castle. Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen looked down from a hill. They sat on their dragons, waiting for the signal to begin. On the ground, the Dothraki riders were at the front. They were brave and full of fire, both in spirit and in their weapons. Melisandre, the Red Woman, flames were bright. Without waiting any longer, the Dothraki charged into the darkness. Their flaming swords lit the way as they rode into the enemy. Everyone watched from the castle. But after a few moments, the lights started to disappear. One by one, the flames went out. The screams faded. Silence returned. Only a few Dothraki came back, scared and running. The rest were gone. The hope started to fade. Then the dead army arrived. Thousands of them rushed toward the living. The unsullied soldiers stood in position, protecting the walls. Grey Worm gave the command. But it was clear, the dead had no fear, no pain, and no rest. Inside Winterfell, Sansa Stark and Tyrion Lannister waited in the crypts with Varys, Missandei, and the people who could not fight. It was supposed to be safe. Sansa felt useless. Tyrion wished he could help, but they had to stay hidden. Above threw a book to distract them and quietly moved away. But one wight noticed her. She ran again, this time covered in blood, fear in her eyes. 4. Melisandre reminded Arya of something she once said. Arya would shut many eyes forever, brown, green, and blue. Arya's eyes widened. She understood. She turned and ran with purpose. Sansa and Tyrion hid behind a wall. They held daggers, ready to fight. Tyrion looked at Sansa. They shared a quiet moment of respect and sadness. King arrived. He walked slowly toward Bran. Theon stood alone now. Bran looked at him and said, "You're a good man, Theon." "Thank you." Theon smiled sadly, then charged at the Night King with his spear. The Night King broke the spear and killed him easily. All the White Walkers and the Whites collapsed instantly. Viserion. She had killed the Night King. The long night was finally over. Jon stood in silence, sat under the tree, calm as ever. Sansa and Tyrion came out of the crypts. The survivors began to gather. They had won, but the cost was high. They had survived. The night had ended with Arya's blade. That's it for today's recap. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the wildest stories from film and TV. What movie should we cover next? Let us know.